Good afternoon and welcome to the Living Well program. You can find us here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on KATB 89.3 in Anchorage as well as KJLP 88.9 in Palmer. You can also listen live online at katb.org. Also, please find us on our Facebook page at Living Well Radio. You can also download the podcast to listen to at your convenience. Just search on iTunes under Living Well and you can find us there. My name is Cammie, joined by Betty.
Hello. Good afternoon. The sun is shining.
It is. It's a beautiful fall day, isn't it?
It is, but it kind of makes me sad because I'm thinking I have to clear off my patio and put everything away till next year.
I know. It's very sad.
Yes, and I've got to take care of my yard and say goodbye to my neighbors.
See, I get excited that my yard gets covered up. That's what I look forward to most about winter is less maintenance. Just cover it up.
Just cover it up so you can't see it.
That's right.
I'll try and look at it like that. Just
see, it's all about perspective.
I know. I had the wrong perspective. I was thinking all the work involved in getting my patio cleaned off and getting the leaves raked. I'll look at it your way, Cammie. I like it that much better.
See, it's fantastic. It's the only way to deal with it. Anyhow, we have got a great show prepared for you guys today. We've got Nicole joining us from the Downtown Hope Center, which is otherwise known as the Downtown Soup Kitchen, kind of moving into a new name and recognition there. So again, that's the Downtown Hope Center, but has formerly been known as the Downtown Soup Kitchen. But she is here today serving in the role as the Deputy Director of that organization, and she's going to talk to us about some exciting things that are happening there at the Downtown Hope Center, as well as a neat event they have coming up, their gala. So we're going to get all of the details on these things. Welcome to the studio, Nicole.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day and being here to talk to us. So we want you guys to tune in and just stay with us for the next 30 minutes and hear what's going on in the Downtown Hope Center.
You know, last time, it's been many months, we had Sherry on the radio, and she was sharing with us about your culinary arts school and your life skills classes. Are those still in place? Are those still going on?
Yeah, they are. We usually hold about 4 classes a year. Classes go about 14 weeks. We're currently in our 4th cohort, and we have about 12 people that are getting ready to graduate on the 13th of October.
Wow. So, from both or just one of the classes?
Oh, well, that actually is just the culinary. And then we probably have about 4 from the bakery. So
will this be the first graduation?
It is not. This is our 4th.
Oh, my goodness.
I think you did say that.
Yeah, this is our 4th. And, you know, we've seen a lot of growth with it among us and the students. And it's been an amazing journey that I've really enjoyed.
Now, when they graduate, do you help them find a job? Or
we do. We have an employment specialist. His name is Steve Hughes, and he does an amazing job with connecting with different restaurants out in bakeries out in the city. And so this way, when the students get to that point of graduating, they kind of have a little bit of a connection. And so he helps them get those jobs. He helps them with resumes. We help them with interview process, how to dress, and how that all goes. And then for usually about a year after that, we do follow the students to make sure they're kind of staying on the right track. And if they need more help and want to look for other jobs, then they can come back to us and we can help them with that as well.
And what's the rate been like for them to find employment?
Actually, it's been really good. Just got news today that one of our bakery ladies just got a job today. So she was very, very excited. So we got about 50% of our students get jobs.
That is fantastic.
It is. It's amazing. And even if some of them aren't getting jobs, some of them are choosing to go to rehab. And to me, that's still a huge success.
Absolutely. So where do your students come from?
Most of our students are recruited from our lunch service, because we have anywhere between 300 to 500 people a day that come in for lunch. So our life skills coach works on the floor doing recruiting. So he kind of gets to know the clients as they come in and kind of see where they're going and what they're interested in. So he recruits. We also have our employment specialist, Steve, that works with the Department of Corrections. So we have a lot of folks that come in there that have been released from prison and are now in the halfway house. So, and then word of mouth, because now that we're now in our 4th class, a lot of the students are going out and the word's kind of hitting the streets, so to say. So it's great.
Do you have a waiting list, or can they just walk right in?
They can walk in. We do, once we start the program, it's really difficult for them to come in, so many weeks into it. So they really need to be there for the beginning. We're taking applications now. We currently have like 15 people who are interested in the culinary, 5 interested in bakery, but we take up to 26 to 30 applications. because then they go through like an interview process to find out if this really is the need and what suits them.
So the culinary and the bakery, that's two separate.
They are two separate programs.
I guess I didn't know that.
The culinary is both male and female, ages 18 to, whatever. But the bakery is strictly females, just because we do have close quarters. We do, the bakery is also kind of a nice stepping stone for the ladies who stay in our shelter. Because we do have that women's shelter that we take care of every night. So a lot of those women actually kind of go and then into the bakery. So that way they keep it a safe environment. So it's just women only for them.
What is the graduation day like for them?
It's actually amazing. It's so funny. I actually have a daughter getting ready to graduate high school. And so I'm going through all those preps and, you kind of get that excitement and, you just feel like you're on top of the world as a parent and as my daughter's a student. And at the last class when they were graduating, it was the first time I saw it differently, which was kind of wonderful for me. I was sitting there, I'm like, these students actually see this that way, that it's that important to them to where it's a huge milestone in their life, to where they have people come in and they bring the flowers and they get their diplomas and they want to make speeches. And so it's really, I don't know, to me, it was very heartwarming to see, the life back in their faces. And they were so proud of themselves. When they got to that graduation day, it's a huge day for them. It is just as similar as someone walking across the stage for their high school college graduation. For them it is. And it's amazing.
That is fantastic.
It is.
What a delight.
It gives them a success story in their bucket.
It does, which is really nice. And they really do enjoy it. And it's nice to see that transformation from when they came in 14 weeks ago to now. You see the life back in their faces, the light back in their eyes, the smile, a little pep in their step kind of thing. And it's really amazing to see.
And Cammie, I don't know if you know this or not, but I did not know this, but they offer catering.
We do. Yes.
For lunches and for dinners.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
We have two wonderful chefs on staff. Our pastry chef is Tom Christensen. He used to own, I believe it was Crazy Croissants back in the day.
I remember Crazy Croissants.
So he is our pastry chef and still does an amazing job and makes it very hard to work above a bakery because all the smells come up through, and we all know when he's making chocolate or something, cinnamon and very good. So we also have another amazing chef, David Sorensen. He's got 30 plus years experience cooking, and he's an amazing teacher, an amazing cook. So we actually do a lot of catering from both sides, from the bakery and the culinary school. And it's nice because it gives the students another opportunity to use their skills.
Now, what kind of accountability do you guys have when they begin the program? I would imagine there's a bit of a learning curve just in even keeping the commitment, or by the time they started, you already kind of evaluated that this individual they understand this is a commitment.
Yeah, they do understand. They usually get that a week before they start school. They go through like an interview process and orientation. So it's really laid out for them ahead of time that this is a 14-week course, and of course, we want to be as successful as we want them to be successful. So that is given, and it is structured like a school. You have to be accountable. Like, I won't be in today. Just like you call in for your kids at school. They call in here and tell us the same thing. And so when they come in, we kind of try to interview to make sure that this is really what they want to do. Because we don't want to set them up for failure either.
Right. So you guys have another exciting event coming up.
We do. Actually, in 2 weeks, we have our Hope Gala coming up on September 30th. And it's an amazing event. This is our second year we're doing it. Last year we had a wonderful turnout. We did a 40s theme last year. This year we're doing a masquerade ball. So it should be a lot of fun.
A masquerade ball.
Masquerade, yes.
Very good. That's fun for this time of year particularly. That'll be great.
It is. And with the whole theme behind masquerade was, we work with a lot of people who have had troubled backgrounds. And so some of our women are coming to this event, and we want people to realize that unfortunately all of us do wear a mask, but you need to really see beyond that mask and see who is really the individual inside, and unfortunately a lot of people feel that because somebody's homeless that they're not entitled to that. It's take off that mask of someone being homeless or someone being abused and see them for who they are. So the whole idea with Masquerade Ball is, yes, we all hide behind a mask, but there is someone behind it. So to take off the mask and reveal who you really are. So we kind of really wanted, because these women who do stay at our shelter and use the bakery, they do wear a mask. And we're trying to let them know that it's okay to take that off and just be who you are.
Well, I have seen the graphics for it. I've seen the posters, and it's beautifully. The colors are gorgeous that they're going to be using to decorate with. How can people buy tickets, and where is this event at?
Well, the event is going to be held at the center. It's at 4855 Arctic Boulevard on Arctic and International. It's a brand new building. I believe they opened just in April. And so, but tickets can be bought. You can go to our website, which is www.downtownhopecenter.org, and our tickets are there under events. So it should be a great fun night out for adults, and nice night to get dressed up. So you come out and have some fun.
And what else is happening at this event?
Well, actually, this event is a fundraiser. So we're looking to help support our services for the homeless in the city. So we're actually having a silent auction. We have a lot of great sponsors that have donated items for the silent auction. We have the Dan Big Band is coming to play. They're an amazing group. If you haven't heard them, they are amazing. They put on a really good show. So there's that and dancing, and then actually all of our culinary students and bakery students are the ones providing dinner. So
and it sounds like a wonderful meal. I know we talked earlier about it.
Yes, I believe they're making prime rib.
So let me kind of back up a little bit, because normally I start here and I just jumped right over it. But Nicole, what is a deputy director? What is your role with the Downtown Hope Center?
Well, obviously our goal is to continue providing services to the community. My role is all the internal functions, policies, procedures, and I take care of all the daily runnings.
Okay.
Of the center.
The daily operations. Yeah. You're a multitasker.
I am.
Lots of details, I'm
Definitely
sure,
lots
in
of
what
details,
you do.
And you do get, one direction to the next, and lots of hats to put on. Depends on the day.
What do you enjoy most about being a part of the Downtown Hope Center?
I love interacting with clients. I'm very close because I oversee the culinary school, so I'm really close with those students. I like to kind of get to know them on a personal level and let them know who I am, and so I can understand and help them. So when I'm out, soliciting and trying to get sponsors, this way I understand where our students are coming from and what it is they're looking at, what they're looking for. But I also love getting down at lunchtime when all the clients come in, and it really brightens my day because you go down and they see you, they call you by name, and you get all these hugs, and really brightens my day. So that's the part I enjoy the most.
Betty and I both had an opportunity to spend some time down there late spring, I think it was, maybe very early summer, and just observing. And my takeaway from that was just seeing the love that you guys do, in fact, pour upon these people, and just how you are truly engaged. You're not sitting up there in the corner offices above this organization. That was my first observation, is just seeing you guys love on these people.
And we do, especially for me, and I would have to say, I would have to agree, the entire staff would agree with me, is they're a family for us. Once we take them in, it's not like you're a student, put you in, take you out, and you're done. We really kind of become connected with them. Even the clients down on the floor that just come in for lunch, and personally for me, it's like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, are you okay? You get nervous. They become family.
Yeah. So being that this is the fourth graduating class through the school, you must have some story that sticks out in your mind of one of the individuals that's come through the program.
Yeah. I mean, I do find that, there's always one special student in every class that kind of sticks, and usually someone always bonds with one student in every class. And I have one in this class, and this student has kind of made me see things in a little different perspective, so which is nice. So I know they come for us to teach them things, but I think every time they teach me something, about myself, about life, about God, So yeah, I have one student has gone through a lot, like they all have. This person has had quite a journey, and I find that this person is very amazing, and I'm just very inspired by how this person is getting through their tragedy.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I want to ask you, the center is run mostly by volunteers, correct?
Oh, correct. Yes. If it wasn't for our volunteers, it would be very difficult. We have a very minimal staff for everything that we do there because we have so many programs. So if it were not for our volunteers, it
So
would be
let
tough.
me just guess, you have too many volunteers and you don't need anybody else.
Oh, gosh, no. Oh, please
You guessed
no.
wrong, Betty.
You did. No, we never turn away volunteers. Volunteers are amazing because they're the ones who come down every day, help prepare the lunch, get it served to the clients, and are just there to care and love on them as well. So, the more people you can have doing that, the better it serves the service.
So give our listeners an idea of something they could do down there.
Wow, there's lots of things. You can volunteer in so many ways. There's also just donating. There's a lot of items we could use in the building. We have a needs list on our website. So we do have a lot of people that donate things for our shower house, like towels or shampoo and deodorant. We have the women's shelter at night where we could use pajamas for the women. And, so there's so many items. If people don't have time, but they want to, give an item, there's so many things there. But people can come down, serve dinner at night. We serve dinner to these women 365 days a year. So, and it's usually nice because most people work full time, so they can come down about 5:45. They're out by 7, and they get to have that time and serve these 60 women every evening and get some kind of time to connect with them. The women love it, So there's the lunchtime, there's the shower house. There's our clothing window, so we can open. So if people need clothes, they can come in and get that as well. And even events, if people want to help volunteer with getting donors for our events or help decorating with our events, there's many things that they can do that we can accommodate.
Now, when you say shower house, be a little bit more specific. What can volunteers do to help?
In the shower house goes Monday through Friday from 9 to 12:30. And in there, we take about 12 people every morning. They get to come in, have a shower. And while they're showering, that's where our volunteers are kind of jumping in. They're doing their laundry. They're doing that hospitality of, coffee, danishes, and then providing them with other clothes. They come in and sit and watch a movie for about 2 hours. And with that, it's a little bit more of an intimate setting. So even our volunteers have that time to sit and kind of talk and get to know them. They also do devotion. So we have people that come in the morning and do devotions. We've had people come in because they like to play the guitar, the violin, and they'll come and sit there and just play this solo concert for these clients. And so that's a great service that the city really needs.
So one of the things I noticed when we were down there, a lot of things we take for granted, but they were so thrilled to... they would come and ask for a Band-Aid or
Deodorant.
Vaseline for their lips.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
chapstick.
Chapstick.
Yeah, especially now coming into winter, chapstick is a huge commodity.
I would imagine also now you're going to start needing coats and socks
hats,
and gloves,
yeah,
scarves.
Especially in the winter. It's just even me, like walking outside, my feet get very cold, and so you can only imagine how it is for these homeless people. So especially socks, because the more they can keep their feet warm and dry, the less health issues they end up having. So we are coming into winter, and so there's going to be a huge need on those items coming up.
Do you find that overall, your clients, as you call them, are very grateful for the services
Yes.
that you guys provide?
Yes, most definitely. We've done surveys and just kind of asked our clients, is this really what you need and want? And it's very, like I said, heartwarming when they come up to you and they said, if it wasn't for you, I would be lost. Whether it's a student in our culinary school because we've helped change their life around, or just the fact that we're open for soup and sandwich or a Band-Aid and a pair of socks, just so simple little things. Like I said, we have anywhere between 300 and 500 a day, so it's obviously a needed service.
Now, what about the women that are staying there at night? are you open 7 nights a week, or is it just the 5 nights?
Yes, 7 nights a week, 365 days a year.
And how many women do you have?
We take up to 50.
And now, as last time I talked with Sherry, you have beds for all 50, but a good way, maybe a women's organization or a family could get involved, would be to provide blankets.
That would be
pillows,
amazing, yes.
Flannel pajama pants, things like that.
Yeah, no, that would be great. And even some other little things that the women do love to do is, especially now with winter coming, puzzles. For them to kind of sit and just work on puzzles, because at least it's those coloring books, like those nice adult coloring books that sometimes drive me crazy.
They're so intricate.
They are, and they're a lot of fun. So we do have some coloring books there with the crayons and stuff, because some of them love to just sit and do that because they don't get the opportunity to do those things. 2 things we've actually have offered to them to stay is we have a beading class, and I apologize, I'm probably not going to say this right, but cuspic. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
To where they can make those.
Well, at least I can say that's what I call it. So I don't know if it's right.
So I hope I didn't offend anybody, but yeah. So now they have that opportunity. So we have someone who comes in who knows how to sew, and she's helping these women. A lot of these women already know how to, because some of them are native. So they're putting their talents back to work and showing us actually a lot about it.
Great. I bet they love
so
that.
It is nice.
Yes.
So we give them those opportunities too, because even though the shelter closes, by 8:30 in the morning, the last thing they want to do is hit the streets again, because a lot of them are very threatened on the streets. So we try to provide those, and those 2 classes are run strictly by volunteers because we don't have the staff to do it. So we have 2 wonderful women who have stepped up to take care of that. The other things we do have offered is we have some Celebrate Recovery and some prayer groups that go on strictly by volunteers. So this way it gives these ladies that opportunity to have something else, so they don't have to hit the streets during the day. And then, of course, then they're already there for the evening and dinner. So.
When we were down there, I have never seen such a large soup pot in my life.
Yes, it is.
It was huge.
You could swim in it.
Almost.
You could. Put some hot water, get a jacuzzi going. It was funny, one of our girls that works with us, she was trying to clean it out yesterday, and I think you need to just get in there.
I could only
get a ladder,
imagine.
just get in there and clean it, because she was struggling. But that has been a godsend. That was donated to us by the Rotary International, and that was amazing.
If I'm not mistaken, everything you have is by donation.
Yes,
correct.
It is. All of our equipment has been donated by various different companies, and it's been amazing.
And you receive no support from the state or the government.
Correct.
And the reason for that?
We don't, because we are a faith-based organization, and we want to leave it that way. We don't want people to dictate to us that we can't pray, at the beginning or end of our day or throughout our day. We don't want someone dictating to us whether we can take a cross on a building or not. So that's why. And we find having faith involved in their daily healing is very important. It's a huge part of their healing. And most of the clients, if you ask them, especially if they're in our school, what was, the huge benefit for them in this class, they will tell you it was life skills. We have an amazing life skills coach. His name is TJ Smith, and he does an amazing job. He's been doing it for many years, and he's got this great rapport with these students. He knows how to understand them and read them, and he's also a pastor, so he's also able to help them spiritually kind of work through their demons.
It's amazing how God provides just the right individuals to serve in these capacities, isn't it?
It does. And it's, I work at a very special place, and everybody, I want to say on staff, nobody applied for these jobs because we've all were brought there somehow. And I would have to say all of us had volunteered there, and that's how we all started. That's how I had started. And I know Sherry, she actually is the one who started the whole shower house, when, before she came on the board. And the next thing you know, she's our executive director. So nobody, we don't actually put out saying, hey, we need this type of position. It kind of comes to us. So that's what's amazing.
Yeah, that is really amazing. Divine appointments.
Yes,
that's right.
Definitely.
The best way.
Yeah.
The best kind. So before we end the show, tell everyone again about the gala.
So the gala is a semi-formal, formal dinner dance event at the center. It's September 30th at 6 o'clock, goes to about 10. And the Dan Mac Big Band will be there playing. And like I said, they put on an amazing show. Tickets you can get at our website.
And it's at what time?
Starts at 6.
And you are looking for people to donate baskets for your silent auction?
We are. So if anybody does want to donate any type of item to our silent auction, just give us a call and we would love to have you part of it.
Excellent. Very good. Well, thank you so much, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
Taking time out of a busy day to come and visit with us and just share about this awesome event coming up. You know, in Alaska, we don't get opportunities to get dressed up.
That's right.
And go out. So as you mentioned earlier, this is definitely one of those opportunities, and we just want to encourage all of our listeners to check it out and support this organization and take part in this great night out. So
thank you for having us.
Thanks again. And that's another Living Well program. And once again, you can always find us here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on KATB 89.3 in Anchorage, as well as KJLP 88.9 in Palmer. We want to thank you so much for setting aside this last half hour and joining Living Well, and we look forward to joining you again next Wednesday.